Hello, everybody. It's Captain Marty Brill here. Monday, November the 24th, 2025. We're about to wind this year down, and we're going to wind it down with some really good fishing in this last month and a few days. Got a great fishing report for you from the weekend. I'll be right back to share it with you, so don't go anywhere.
Ready to enjoy the Outer Banks the way it was meant to be enjoyed? Then you're ready to take the whole family to Jeanette's Pier in Nags Head. Start with a walk on the 1,000-foot-long pier to watch the sunrise or a reel in the catch of the day. Some of the best fishing on the East Coast is right here at Jeanette's Pier. Plus, Jeanette's Pier plays host to various events throughout the year, including professional surfing events. For the best day you'll have on the Outer Banks, go to Jeanette'sPier.net or give us a call at 252-255-1501. Jeanette's Pier, milepost 16.5, Nags Head.
Fishing Ocracoke is the ultimate lifetime dream for a lot of people. Captain Ernest with Gecko Sport Fishing and the Drum Runner can help you achieve that dream to the fullest. Whether you're looking to go offshore for tuna, mahi, and billfish, or inshore for puppy drum, speckled trout, and more, Gecko Sport Fishing and the Drum Runner can go from 2 feet to 2,000 feet of water. Full day, half day, and evening trips are available. Call Captain Ernest at 252-921-0095. Gecko Sport Fishing and the Drum Runner. Make your Ocracoke fishing dream a reality.
So let's start out with a Gold Star catch right off the bat, right down Hatteras Way. Remember how I've been telling you those people can improvise and come up with a catch no matter what? And my old buddy Ron Whitaker on the charter boat Release out of Hatteras Harbor, he had a Gold Star catch. You know, you think, well, what in the world offshore of Hatteras this time of year did he catch? Well, let me start from the bottom and work up. He had some false albacore in his catches. He had 25 to 30 blackfin tuna, nice fat blackfin tuna. And you think, well, that's a Gold Star catch. Isn't that normal? Well, that's kind of normal, but still a good day of fishing. But then he topped that off with 1 blue marlin and 2 sailfish. So his total catch was a blue marlin, 2 sails, 30 blackfin tuna, some false albacore, and 1 wahoo in the catch as well. So good job, Rom. He's very helpful with me gathering fishing information from down that way. And I'm really, really glad that it worked out for him down Hatteras Way today. Now, Oregon Inlet. I did talk to Barry Daniels. He had a decent day on Saturday. I couldn't really find a report for yesterday, but Saturday there was some mixed blackfin tuna in the catches, and it was rough, but they made a day, and they made it solely on blackfin tuna. I wish I had more to report, but I really don't in that regard. But that's pretty much the long and the short of the offshore as things are slowing down a little bit. And of course, people are getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday, so business is slow as far as charters. But we had some exceptionally good fishing in the surf over the weekend. And in various locations, I got a little bit of pier information too. But let's start out with the surf fishing. Really good drum bite up and down Hatteras Island, mostly at Cape Point. And mostly, I saw yearlings and big drum, but there were some slot-sized puppy drum caught as well. And it just looked like a good old-fashioned bite. But that's really good. Those people that go after those things, they love to do it. But I like to hear the other part of the surf fishing report, which was the sea mullet and spot fishing, which was really, really good. The sea mullet bite we've been talking about all through last week. The spot bite, not so much. The bait of choice seems to be fish bites. The synthetic bait seems to be really good, stays on the hook real well. But they had a good weekend of sea mullet and spot fishing. Some people had coolers full of them, so that's really, really good. The only pier report I really have, but I think it's pretty well indicative of all the piers, 58 degrees on the Rodanthe Pier. They had similar bottom fishing to what I'm seeing on the beach. Spot, sea mullet, blowtoads, and both gray and speckled trout in 58 degree water. And I think the piers that are still open are having that mixed bottom fishing. The big drum bite on the piers seems to have slowed down, unless I missed something. Remember, that is a very covert fishery. Nobody wants to tell Captain Marty because they're afraid I'll tell somebody, which I will first chance I get. Anyway, that's a great surf fishing report. Most of that on Hatteras Island, but not all of it. So, anywhere from the Virginia line down, the water temperatures haven't gotten so cold where it's wound down, but Hatteras Island is definitely the spot you want to be. All right, so we'll take a little break. When I come back, I got a couple things to share with you in the backcountry report that I haven't been talking much about. So stay right where you're at. I'll be right back.
Frisco Woods Campground, a family-owned gem for over 50 years, offers a perfect getaway on Hatteras Island. Whether you prefer tent camping, electric water sites, RV spots, or primitive camping cabins, there's something for everyone. Guests enjoy free hot showers, a refreshing pool, and breathtaking sunsets over the Pamlico Sound. Nestled in nature yet close to local attractions, Frisco Woods Campground provides a peaceful retreat with modern comforts, making it an ideal destination for outdoor enthusiasts and families alike. Book online at thefriscowoodscampground.com. Frisco Woods Campground, 50 years of memory making on Hatteras Island.
So we know about the trout bite in the Sound. We've been talking about that fairly regularly. Really good speckled trout bite. A lot of different places, but I kind of, in calling around a little bit, it sounds like that bite is moving south. I'll just say maybe from Englehart on down the western shore of the Pamlico seems to be the best of it. That doesn't mean that's the only place you're going to catch them. Now back over on the Dare County side, when you get over there around the old Umstead Bridge and other spots, and when I say other spots, I mean several other spots, there's been a good bite on the rockfish. That season, of course, is closed, but it's really good fishing. I'd love to see that season open back up, but there's a good rock bite going on. All that is catch and release. And I mentioned there was one other thing we don't talk about very much, but there's been a really good bite on largemouth bass in the canals over along Highway 64, heading over to Columbia that way, where you see a lot of times a few people fishing. There's plenty of room to spread out there, but a few bass were caught over the weekend that were 5 pounds and up. So that's really encouraging. I always hear about the raccoon perch and other stuff there, but white perch occasionally, but it's nice to know those big bass are there, the big largemouth bass. So got that going on too. And one last thing, interesting thing on the shrimp update. When I was in church yesterday, I was talking to Randy, and Randy runs the big fish house over here in Englehart, and Randy's an old friend, and he was telling me that they are still, so we're talking the white shrimp, but they're still catching the white shrimp in the Sound. So that's not the only place, but some of his trawlers are in the Sound catching a consistently graded larger size white shrimp. And then the other half of the fleet is going out of Oregon Inlet and is going up and down the beach up to the Virginia line, and sometimes maybe a little above that. And they're catching the white shrimp as well, but they're more mixed in size. Either way, you may think, well, it's Thanksgiving, there's still shrimp around. There is a lot of shrimp around. Talking to Tommy Danchees, a friend of mine that's a commercial fisherman, also in church yesterday, came over to visit us in Englehart at Watson's Chapel, and he was telling me that he was fishing a piece of gill net in the ocean, gill net now, 2.5 inch mesh gill net, and he caught 100 pounds whitetail shrimp in a gill net. Not a trawl net, but a gill net. 100 pounds headed, by the way, as well. So they were just getting hung up in that size mesh, and a little bonus for them to go along with the other stuff that he caught as a commercial fisherman to make his day's work. So a lot of stuff going on. It was a pretty good weekend of fishing. We're getting ready to see some wild changes in temperature, up and down. It looks to me like Friday evening and Saturday morning going to be very cool. But go stock up on the shrimp. Go to your local fish houses and get a 50-pound box of shrimp. You say, what am I going to do with 50 pounds? Remember that once you head them, which you do yourself, and you get a great price on shrimp, best you're going to get all year, head them yourself. Then that 50 pounds will be more like 30 pounds. But, you spend some time. The fish house crews will tell you how to package them and freeze them. You'll never find a better time to put some shrimp in the freezer for the winter. And that is what I have for you in a fishing report. Pretty happy with all that. Appreciate you joining us. I hope the good Lord blesses you richly.